Hi guys, hope you're all well. Today we're just going to be looking at the round 4. I've picked a completely random round from the second fight between Bivol and Beterbiev. We'll be looking at a little bit of both. This is basically, hopefully, this is just going to be a quick little study of the round, see what decisions they were making, just to help out your decisions and the understanding of them, okay? Alright, so let's start. Boom, boom, boom. So it comes out. 3, 1. Okay, so if you look at Beterbiev straight off, he's in this high guard look here. So that's looks forward. He's got a great high guard look. Then he's just going to decide a little feint here. And then he's going to go all lead hand. 1, 3. And then just a little 1 on the end there. And then a 3 again. It's just pushing him back straight away with the lead hand. Aiming for the right glove. You see Bivol straight away. Just moving backwards. He sees the feint, wants to move backwards as well. He's keeping a nice tight guard. He squeezes there, he takes the hook, but it's just smothered a little bit. He's still moving backwards. He's hit near the ropes. He knows this. He's now squared up his base. And he's resetting to the left, okay? Now, obviously, Artur Beterbiev has pushed him back all through the right glove, so he knows that Bivol's about to go to his left. He's even leading him there. Look at the left hook here. Leading him there. He's seen him go to his left, gives him a little bit of space. Jab. And then he tries the overhand. Okay? And he goes into a little 2. So he's a very, very aggressive decision-making from Beterbiev here. Bivol has a nice squeeze there, so it doesn't really get through, but I'm sure he felt it. Beterbiev finishes off with a jab. Here's a perfect example of keeping resetting. Resets won't make you invincible, they won't make you untouchable, but they'll at least make the shot very hard to land, okay? So, resetting to his left, he's got a little squeeze here. He sort of pulls away from this right hand, don't know if that lands, but it doesn't really matter. And then he has all this exit space towards his left, gets back to the center where he's got more space, okay? Alright, Beterbiev follows. You see Bivol now, he's about to do a short feint, which is useful as a duck. He's going backwards again. He's going to try go move left and right here. Moves off to his left with the reset. Moves off to his right. Moves off to his left again, this time with the post. Now he's circling. And Beterbiev's quite happy here because he's like, oh, okay, if your hand's out, that's an opening for me. He jabs, and then jabs again, sees the hand back out, comes around with the overhand, doesn't land, because it's a good post from Bivol. But as you can see, Bivol set that up, moving left, resetting to the right, and then circling off to the left with looks and jabs. Takes this one here, he tries to parry it, tries to parry counter again. Look how high he's got his shoulder here. And I'll be honest, it saves him. It saves him quite well. Still knocks him completely back. He's now on the ropes, so what does he do? He's intelligent, he squeezes. Artur Beterbiev throws 1, 2, 3 to the body, 4 to the head. And Bivol's exited. He's pivoted off with a jab of himself. Been quite lucky not to catch that hook there at the end. Okay, so he resets. Guess where he's going? He's trying to go back to the center, but Beterbiev's already beat him to it. He's got this high guard look, his very menacing high guard look. Beterbiev, that is. Coming forwards, even that step, like, it's a big step, it's a feint step. Touch the guard, feint, great looks, really great looks. Forces Bivol into a reset. He feints to his left, misdirects to his right. He walks off to his right. Beterbiev still in front of him, just touching the guard, getting his measurements each time, just getting his measurements. Okay, gets his measurements. Bivol resets to the right. He leads him off to his left because he sees that, as you can see, Beterbiev's feet across now. Bivol doesn't obviously see that, but it's effective in him not getting punched here as he moves back towards his left. And he just led him in there. Beterbiev has a great feint again, feints to the body. Bivol very responsible, doesn't overreact, just squeezes. He sees him come forward. Squeezes to his left. That's a great left body block. That's an excellent left body block. As he pivots away and resets to his left. What does he do? He sees Beterbiev's momentum, so he's going to misdirect him, move off to his right, and then just stay there. Now, what does Beterbiev do here? He's now seen that he's pinned across the ropes. He's going to touch, jab to the body. Bivol resets to the left. Now, you can see their patterns in decision-making already. It's very, very intelligent. One's very aggressive, but smartly. And the other one's very defensive for now. But let's see how he sets up his counters and his shots afterwards. So, same kind of rhythm. Bivol resets to his left. Beterbiev doesn't like this, so he's going to feint, jab, jab, 2. Okay? I mean, he's got insanely heavy hands, so it keeps pushing Bivol back and getting him bothered. Bivol then finds that he has enough space, so he's going to circle back off to his left. Beterbiev's already in front of him with this high guard look here. It's a great look. And then we literally spoke about this today in training. The importance of a triple jab to get back the center. Look what Bivol does here. 1, 2. He's not trying to hit him. Circling off to his left. 1, 2. Circling off to his left. And guess where he is? The center. Perfect. Really, really nice. Okay. He feints here, but Beterbiev feints back. That little slip look there from Beterbiev is enough to drive Bivol into a high guard, move backwards. He's still using the slip looks. Look at this. Bivol's now looking for a jab counter. Beterbiev's just going to feint it. Bivol's going to parry, and jab back. I think that actually does land. So you want to be careful when you're feinting someone, because if they're looking for a counter, we actually saw this in Daniel's fight, didn't we? When you're feinting someone into a counter, they might throw the counter, and you have to be very defensively responsible. Anyway, I'm gonna move forward. You can see Beterbiev, lean over a little bit, pulsing out his lead hand, touching the gloves. This is a great lead hand work. Lean over again with the high guard. Bivol feints back. Drives Beterbiev into a high guard again. This is just a looks battle right now. Just both of them exchanging looks, slip looks. Look at this feint from Bivol. Feint, jab to the body. We've practiced that on the pads. He's now moved to his left. Beterbiev's looking for a counter jab. He takes this jab as he slips off to his right with a parry. But as you can see, Bivol's done a great thing here. He's jabbed, and he's kind of kept his lead hand out there to sort of jam the counter. Very, very effective. Okay, moves off to his right. There we go, lovely. So when Bivol moves off to his right, walking like this, a lot of the time he's actually looking for a counter. So he's looking for it here, looking for it here. Front hand parry as he slips inside. Counter over the top with the right hand. Beterbiev is very intelligent, so he sees that his jab's been countered. Slips right under. Very, very high level boxing. Very high level boxing. Alright, they're both exchanging looks again. He touches the guard. Bivol's about to reset to his left. Let's see this. He feints him out. Again, keep touching the right glove. That's what he's doing. Feints him out. Gets closer. Forces Bivol to his left. Bivol then misdirects. Goes back onto his right. Beterbiev's happy here. Comes in with a jab. Jab, jab, 2. Again, very simple combinations. Very, very simple 3 there. So he feints, jabs, walks forward, cutting him off. As soon as he gets close, look at that cut off. It's excellent. Really excellent. Okay. As soon as he gets close, jab, jab, 2. Bivol's on a squeeze. Now, we usually squeeze with our feet behind us, so this could be a big, big reason why he kept looking like he was completely off balance in the fight, is because when he does squeeze, look at his feet. They're in no position to be taking hard punches on the gloves. Either way, he pulls back, he hits the rope, so he resets around to his left. What does he do? Straight back in. As Beterbiev's out of position and he's broken his base here. Look at his feet. He's obviously not in position. Bivol's like, perfect. Jab, jab, and he gets back into the center. Exchanging looks again. You see that Beterbiev is very attuned to people's counters. Touches here, sees that it's been parried, slips inside. These are also what looks are good of. Remember, looks aren't just like, oh yeah, I'm giving you the look that it's being defensive. It's also like, wait, hang on, I'm going to be defensive as well if I need to be. So he slips there. Again, same thing. Bivol's not about to be countered here. He slips inside. Bivol's obviously missed his jab. What does he do? Goes straight for a forearm control. Just jams the counter and keeps it in his face. All right. Tries it again. It's the same sort of exchange. What does Bivol do? He misses the jab. He presses up on his chest, moves him back. Can be draining, but if you know what you're doing, it's effective. He feints here. Beterbiev almost retracts his jab, and then he resets to his left. Look at Beterbiev here, just lovely touches. 1, feint, 2, feint, boom. Look at that. Again, lands on the gloves, I think. Oh, actually, no, that looked like it skimmed the forehead. But look at that. Look how it's set up. Comes forward, feint. Touch, feint, boom. Into a nice little overhand there. Bivol resets to his left again. You can start to see the patterns here, guys. We're only 1 minute 53 and they've done almost the same exchanges like 4 or 5 times now. Okay. Resets to his left. 1-1-2 from Beterbiev again as he resets. Lovely squeeze from Bivol. He keeps resetting. Touch. Where is it going to go? Jab to the body. Excellent jab to the body. Most people aim for the plexus. Look at Beterbiev here. He's taking what's available. Boom. Straight in the rib. Well, it looks kind of under the rib, but still. Oh, no, that's straight in the rib. Christ. Turns it over as well. Cut him off as Bivol resets to his left. Touches back again. This is horrible pressure when someone's touching your gloves like this because it feels like they're in range at all times. Feel like you can't breathe. No wonder they were so tired by the end of the fight. Resets to his left. Bivol picks his guard up, takes it on the gloves. Feints here, resets to his right just a tiny bit. Feint, resets to the right, looking for a squeeze. Boom. And now he's on the ropes. He knows Beterbiev's about to be offensive. He's squeezing. Then he smothers. And tries to go away to the left. Now Beterbiev using a little bit of boxing tactics here. He sees that he's gone low. So where does he go? Behind the head. It's not nice. I don't like it. But Beterbiev does it quite a bit. Quite a bit. If he sees that he's going to take what's available. He's very ruthless. 2 to the head. Sets up a lovely body shot here. And then what's available, the back of the head. Fuck it. Yeah. Bivol doesn't like that, but he manages to get out of the ropes. How? By smothering, moving off to his left. It wasn't pretty, but look, he's got some space here, and he can work a bit himself. Beterbiev straight back onto the touches as Bivol goes backwards. Bivol resets to his right, feints back in, but Beterbiev's lead hand is absolutely excellent here. He's keeping a range. He's making sure he can touch the back glove. If he can touch the back glove, he can touch the face, that's for sure. Touches here as Bivol feints in. Is he getting greedy? No, straight back to touches. Jabs to the body, what's available, feint, boom. Bivol resets to the left. And then he finds this counter jab. He hasn't been he's been a little bit inactive in these past 30 seconds. Trying to find himself space. But he goes to his left, feints the jab, jabs back, jabs again with his parry hand out to make it long. Reacts to these feints here as he moves off to his left slightly. Beterbiev's now going to come in, touch, feint to the body, touch to the head, jab to the body, and a right hand. Excellent lead hand work. That's what lead hand's for, man, to control the fight, but also it's going to make your right hand a million times better because when someone's so bothered by the lead hand, they're not focusing on the right that much. Now, obviously, Bivol's got just an excellent squeeze, but you see how much that shot affects it. Boom. Bivol resets to his left. Walking off now, resetting again. Misdirects to the right, just a tight, again, that little misdirection to the right, he barely goes into the reset to the right, he just does one step, gets back in there. He goes back around to his left. Beterbiev's giving him a slip look here. He might close the range a bit too much because Bivol gets a jab off. Look at this. Jab and a parry at the same time. And both of them do it. That's how high level these guys are. Boom. Now it does kind of catch Beterbiev, but it doesn't really matter. Look at the intent, you know. Just staying in front. Jab to the body. Giving him a slip look. Jab to the head. Now a high guard. Boom, boom, boom. He squeezes backwards. None of these shots, as powerful as Beterbiev is, like, look how powerful a squeeze can be. Of course it's going to hurt. Of course it's going to hurt. But it isn't clean. It's just not clean. And again, Beterbiev, a very smart boxer as well. What is available? The gloves. Fuck it. I'm going to land hard to the gloves then. 1, 1, 2. Bivol resets to his left. He sees that Beterbiev's a little bit out of position here. Comes straight back in. 1, 2, 3. And then does he end it with a jab? No. But you see, comes straight back in. 1, 2, 3. Great blocks from Beterbiev. Really, really great blocks. I think he's really engaging his torso and squeezing his chest here as he moves back. But good retaliation free. If you're going to retaliate in freeze, boys. Pushes him back with another shot. Squeeze off. Bivol gets back into position. Jabs, great parry from Beterbiev. And here's Beterbiev working the body there. Great, great shot. He sees that the squeeze is high. So what does he do? Post on the 2. Left glove's now posted. That brings the elbows high. Boom. I can't see if that lands too well, but it was a great, great intent. Now what he's doing is look at this. Now he's just going to feint it. Boom. Going to give them the slip look, feint it, come up with the uppercut, and then he's going to land the backhand. Yeah? Really, really high-level boxing. This is incredible. And he goes back to the touch as soon as Bivol comes too near. Okay, so he's resetting here. Bivol's cutting him off. Beterbiev's cutting him off. What does Beterbiev do? Fucking hell, it's all the bees. He feints, double jab, and then the backhand again. It's that great combination. Great, great combination. Feints the lead hand here. Look at this lead hand feint from Beterbiev. Up. There we go. Bivol's keep misdirecting. He's moving right, he's moving left. This is what's causing the issue for Beterbiev. As much as might look like he's doing really well this round, and he is, of course, but he's the left-right movement is very, very effective. Very, very effective. Okay. Bivol moves to his left. Great level change feint by Beterbiev. Touch. And then obviously as Bivol moves to his left, he obviously always looks for a jab. He uses that parry jab again as he moves back into the center. Beterbiev's not really letting him. He's using that lead hand again and trying to come around with the right hand. So how does he set up the right hand here? 1, hook, as a feint. He feints the hook. So he touches, he feints the hook. As he takes the angle to his left, what's that going to do? Square up Bivol. Then he's going to feint it, come around with the right hand. Great squeeze from Bivol. He tries it again, but Bivol's got too much space to his left there. So he manages to exit with a little reset. Here they sort of both enter into a 50-50. Beterbiev cuts him off. Goes straight for a jab, as Bivol does as well. Bivol looks for the right hand, but he can't find it, so he pulls it back. Great looks from Beterbiev here. Slip look here. Slip look here. And up to the uppercut. And Bivol's out of range for the jab. Beterbiev's just getting closer with the slip looks. Feint here, slip look there. And he's really trying to find that left uppercut for the right hand that he was trying to find earlier. Cuts him off to his right. Bivol again straight back into looks and lead hand to the left. Boom. These are threes as well, in my opinion, what Beterbiev's doing here, you know. 1, that's the touch. 2 is the feint. Look how effective that feint is. Boom. Just completely makes Bivol defensive. Touch, feint 2. That's a 3 for me, you know. That's a real good 3. And then an actual 3, touch 2 on the end. Did exceptionally well this round. Here Bivol does the correct thing. As he's moving to his left, he brings out his jab. And then he brings it out again, but slips off to his right, and then he just smothers it. Now, it is a headbutt. Or is it? Oh, it doesn't matter. He does smother here well, as Beterbiev's trying to find his long-range shots, which bothers him a little bit. Keeps that post out. Look at that lead hand. Touches the right glove, and then just occupies the air with it. Even makes Beterbiev defensive. He's putting up his parry, he's slipping, he's ducking, and gives Bivol a chance to break his left, circle off to his left. He feints here. Jabs and parries at the same time. Beterbiev's coming in. He comes in, back in with the right hand. I don't think he's landed a right hand, but it just looks so powerful. Anyway, he takes this on the glove. Bivol does. And then he looks for a counter straight away. He's had enough. He's like, okay, you've landed enough. Beterbiev's aggressive, throws a jab. I think Bivol looks for a counter by slipping outside with his own jab, and then coming around with a backhand, and then the left hook, okay? Then he's resetting to his left again, and throwing out a jab, circling away with that jab. Boom. Great 3 there. Touch, jab, boom. Sorry, jab, touch, and then that 2 to the body. Don't think it really lands, but it's still a good 3. Touch, and he gets caught by the jab here, because you got to be careful with touch jabs. You really do. You can really get caught in between them sometimes. So if you're touching, be very, very careful for someone's counter, okay? He steps back. Bivol's obviously an excellent boxer. What does he do here? He gets hit, steps back, parry jabs as well. So he gets his own point back as well. Circles off to his left here, brings a high guard look. What's he doing here? What's this high guard look? Looking for a counter. And look at that. What a great feint. What a great feint. He doesn't find the right hand, so he just feints it. And Beterbiev, even more excellent, sees it's a feint, pulls back, and jabs back. So Beterbiev was actually looking for a counter. Look. Touch, pull with a parry, and jab back straight away. Really, really good. Really, really good. Okay? Beterbiev coming forward. He's stalking. Bivol's going to do it again, because he sees one thing that was really effective there, really important for Bivol, is that he's obviously seen that if he feints the counter, it gives him a little bit of time, right? Makes Beterbiev defensive. So let's see what he does here. Moves around to his right. What does he do when he moves to his right? Looks for a counter. So I think this is a feint from Beterbiev. Looks like a feint from Beterbiev, and Dmitry Bivol reacts to the feint. What? And then he feints it again. And then he feints it again. Now, it might look ineffective. That actually bought him a hell of a time. Because, you know, when Beterbiev's aggressive, you want to make him as slow as possible on the entry. And you can't just do that by moving away, as Bivol's seen. So he needs to do something a bit more creative. He feints the counter, feints another one, and then lands his jab. It's very intelligent. Unfortunately, Beterbiev's keeping it really simple, and he's just like, oh yeah, you're feinting. All right, parry jab. Boom, boom. Okay? It was a creative setup from Bivol, but Just shows how simple boxing can be so effective sometimes, especially when you've got power to withstand it. Okay, now they're doing looks in front of each other. Bivol's parrying and jabbing to his left. He's now slipping off with a jab. Boom, great exchange of jabs there. Look at that. I think that's the first clean right hand Beterbiev's landed, and we've got 20 seconds to go. So touch. Beterbiev's pulling here. He's jabbing here. Gets caught. Doesn't care. Boom, right hand over the top. Excellent shot. So Bivol here, he's slipping and jabbing. Sees the right hand. Tries to jab his way back. Doesn't really work. Tries to right hand. Doesn't really work. It's more like a step back 1-2 here. Just boom, boom. But, Christ. Beterbiev's absolutely excellent. Look at that parry of the right hand. Amazing. And then he pivots off. Don't get me wrong. I do think Bivol won this fight. But, yeah, this round, of which I picked at random, Beterbiev did very, very well. But you can see why or how Bivol could have been winning these rounds, if that makes sense. Maybe not in this round in particular, but, you know, if he had just worked a little bit harder in this round with trying to score the points and stuff, would have been a lot more even. It still is pretty even. All right, so he's looking around to his left here. He sees that Beterbiev's a little bit out of position, so what does he do? Touch upstairs. 2 to the body. Excellent 2 to the body. Yeah, that was good. Now, was that a feint beforehand? Yeah, it was. Look, feint, then touch, 2. Again, I consider that a 3. Okay, if you feint in between or before or even after you're free, that's a 3 to me, you know? Even if you throw 2 punches. Boom. So he lands his great right hand to the body, looks backwards, tries the jab to the head, but Beterbiev pulls back. Now he's looking for counters here, Bivol. He's now parry jabbed. He's stepped back, and what does he do? Raises his guard, looking for a parry and a 2. Beterbiev's not an idiot. He's just pulled that jab. He knows that Bivol's on a countering intent. Okay, so he's just touched this jab. He's seen it get parried. Pulls back. Boom. Jab over the top. Amazing work. I can't tell you how much high level this is, but you can obviously see it for yourselves. Bivol recovers well, jab to the body, which is what you want to do with someone who pulls back as much as Beterbiev for defense. Beterbiev almost nearly parries that. What does he do? Oh no, I thought he was going to jab back, but never mind. That's the great thing about a body jab. Look at Beterbiev's lead foot now. Has to readjust it because he's off balance. Okay? Feels like nothing. Has bought Bivol like a tiny bit of time. Okay? Alright, Bivol's now got his hands down, which is a bit silly. He gets that. Oh, maybe not. Never mind, that was a great jab. Alright, so look at this. Bivol has his hands down. Beterbiev bites on it. Touches the forehead. He's touching back with a jab to land his right hand. You can see him setting him up there. And then Bivol, what does he do? He takes that touch, parry, jab as he moves backwards and sort of pulls away from this right hand, resets out to those right. Great work. Great work. Really good. That's timing. Touch, feint, touch, jab to the body, and overhand right. Really high level here. So Bivol's gonna do the same thing he just did. Beterbiev touch, feint to the body, touch to the sort of look to the head as well, jab to the body, which Bivol is now moving to his left so you can see it coming. Parry jab. What do you do when you move to your left? You cut down the distance for your opponent's right hand. Bivol is apparently very aware of this. Ducks and resets out to his left. And look at the big grin on Beterbiev's face. It's like he knows what's just happened there. So what does he do? Gets straight back in there. And it's the same exchange again. This is a very great exchange to end the round. Parry with the backhand, jab as he's coming in, and step back out of range for the right hand. This is a dangerous game, but you've got to take risks. What does he do after he stepped back? Sees that Beterbiev squared up, bounces straight back in, tries to jab, feints the 2, but it's a little bit close and smothered, and then moves backwards. And then tries to do it again. 1, 2, and he gets caught with a jab here. Lovely work, lovely work. Right. Beterbiev pulls back here. He blocks here, so he's smothered. Pulls back again, and then jabs over the top of that 1-2. It's like, it really feels like they've just made these decisions. They see one exchange happen, and it's almost like they're geared for the next exchange, and they're going to completely change their approach. It is insane boxing. But yeah, hopefully that was good. Hopefully you've learned a lot of how to use the 4 decisions differently. I'm going to try to make these videos a lot. Trying to not plan them out too much, and just kind of do a sort of live commentary thing. But yeah, right, happy training, guys.